Hi, this is Granny Maggie from Granny Magic. I wanted to address some questions that arose over a post that I put up talking about warding your house with a protective energetic barrier through the use of salt. And first off, there are different kinds of salt. There's sea salt that is commonly used. There's Himalayan salt, which is pink and has more minerals and actually has some protective iron in it. It's a very strong grounding salt. And of course, there's Witch's Black Salt that is full of all kinds of protective intentions. And the carbon in it also absorbs negative energy. And in a pinch, you can grab a salt packet from McDonald's, and that salt will create a protective barrier. In the post that I posted, it's assuming that you've cleansed your home of all negative energy. And you can do that through smoke smudging. You can do it through going through your house, clapping, focusing on the energy, casting out anything negative, calling in the white positive energy. You can do it walking around your house, ringing a bell, and casting your intention for the bad energy to leave and only light and love to remain. There's a lot of different ways to cleanse your house. So once you've cleansed your house, you don't want negative entities and their energy to return to your space. And one of the best things that you can do is to put a little, and it doesn't need to be a lot, little sprinkles of salt along all the liminal spaces that are entryways into your home. So door thresholds, window sills, places like that. That salt will then repel outside negative energy and thus negative spiritual entities from coming into your home. You can extrapolate that too far, however. While it is true that salt not only repels negative energy, but also can absorb it, which is one reason we put out bowls of salt and herb in our home, absorbing the negative energy in the home and creating a balance, that happens over time. It takes time to do that. The repelling of the negative energies is like an electric fence. Negative energy, spirits is going to bounce right off. So does that mean it's going to keep a burglar from burglarizing your home when you're not there? No. They're not a spirit entity. They're in human shape and human form. And they're going to step right over your salt barrier and come into your home. They're not going to stick around long enough for the salt to absorb and neutralize their negative energy. After they leave, any negative imprint they leave behind may be absorbed by the salt in the salt bowls. It can protect you that way, keeping that negative energy from being in your home and attaching to you and bringing you down to that low vibrational level. Now, does this mean it would work in your car? Well, are you trying to cast negative energies and negative spirits out of your car? If your car is haunted, I would say yes. Cleanse the car and you could salt it. But it's not going to do anything to keep you from being in a car accident. It's not going to do anything to prevent your car from being stolen. It's not protective in that way. And I think one of the things about magic that gives it a bad name, people don't completely understand the substance they're working with, how it works, and what it can do. And then you feel let down or disappointed because it didn't do what you expected. So when you look at how salt can be used, you understand it better. You use salt in a lot of cleansing baths because it absorbs the negative energy from you while you soak in that bath. And you cast your intention. Your will is aligned with its purpose. You take a cleansing shower. Once again, your will is aligned with casting off negative energies. The salt is the tool that helps you to cleanse that. That is different from someone who's an annoying neighbor knocking on your door and harassing you and stepping over a salt line. It's different from somebody at work, even if you're wearing salt or have salt in your pocket. That's not necessarily going to keep them from talking smack to you. That's not how salt works. Any negative energy they direct at you will slide right off and will bounce off, but it won't stop them from saying and doing these things. That's why you need other forms of spiritual and energetic protection. Salt is not just an easy placebo, fix all, sprinkle some salt on it kind of mentality. And even when we do use salt, our intention is a big part of engaging with that salt. The salt is the tool helping to carry out our intentions. So very much, if you want to protect your car, there are herbs that will be a very strong energetic protection for you by raising the vibration of the energy. There are crystals that you can use that will also keep you alert, project positive energy around your vehicle, that kind of thing. That makes a lot more sense if you're trying to protect yourself against an accident or against a crazy driver. Co-workers at work, yes, keeping a bowl of salt on your desk or in your desk drawer will go a long way to making you feel better because it will absorb a lot of that negativity that's around you. However, one-on-one transactions with people will still say and do the things that are annoying you or causing you problems. You're going to want to lift the vibration of your relationship with them higher. You're going to want to wear protective crystals. You're going to want to perhaps do a sweetening jar to work on that relationship. It's much easier to create positive energy in a situation than to try to dissolve negative energy sent your way with somebody else's will and intention behind it. And in fact, the evil eye, as people talk about, where people are jealous and sometimes not even knowing it, their negative energy gets sent your way. The cleansing salt baths will cleanse that energy. You won't be carrying it with you, so you won't suffer ill consequences like you would have. But it doesn't change that person, and it doesn't stop that person from being jealous of you and possibly saying or doing things in other contexts that could cause you harm. You need to do relationship work on that. So whenever you're looking at an energetic situation and you want to shift the energy, look at your arsenal of tools. What would work the most effectively? What kinds of things will buy you time, such as a freezer spell? That's a way of buying you some time so that you can work on a sweetening jar and you can put some other things into place. The best way to keep burglars out of your home is to lock the door and possibly have an alarm system, or in my case, a horde of Chihuahua mixes that bark. In your car, there are crystals that you can use, there are herbs that you can use, and also being alert, taking responsibility for making sure when you drive that you're paying attention to the road, that you're in a good mood, that there's no kind of anger welling up in you. all kinds of things like that. That's all about safe driving. And if you want to change relationships with coworkers, you can put them in the freezer for a while. You can put out bowls of salt to, help dissolve the negativity. But their will and intent will not change. And so you're going to want to find ways to work with that energy and possibly remove yourself from being around them. It's very difficult to change other people long term. So those are a lot of the issues that I was thinking about that came up around that salt post that I posted. I hope nobody was misled. And I understand that the context of it coming at the close of a house cleansing isn't there. But remember, all magic starts with you. These are tools. You have the energy. You have the intention. Understanding how the tools work will help you choose wisely so that you don't feel misled by the results. So this is Granny Maggie from Granny Magic with a salty update. Many blessings.